on bird. I mean, if you don't take the stand, he gonna get subpoenaed. Yeah, yeah, you gonna come up here and tell us what you told the police. Now, the question is it telling? I don't know. Y'all moved the goalpost so much, I don't really know who's doing what. They like, nah, see, he over 40. Like, what? Nah, see, he not even fat Gucci no more. He's skinny Gucci. This not the real Gucci. What? I mean, I don't know. Me, do I care? No, I don't. Why I don't care? I mean, it wasn't me that this happened to, so I can't really say what I do. That's what I want y'all to understand. You can't say what you do until you in those people's shoes. You know what I mean? So with that being said, will Gucci take the stand? If he says that, oh, I ain't see nothing, I ain't hear nothing, I don't know nothing, and I ain't about to say nothing, he could get brought up on charges of what they call what they call that? What they call that? Um, not obstructing justice, but lying under oath. So allegedly, so back to where I was, back to what I was saying. You can't really say what you do unless you in those people's shoes. Um, Gucci, if you in the streets, that's just for people that's actually in the streets to follow like street code and be like, well, he's in the streets, so he can't really tell. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, do I think he's telling? Do I think he told? It depends on what y'all think telling is. Because people move the goalpost so much, I really can't say. That's what I'm saying. I can't really say because y'all move the goalpost so much. Like, oh well, you see, now, see, when he was fat, it was different. Like, what? Wait a minute. If if Gucci is not in the streets anymore, then that means he's a civilian. So that means he got the right to say something. Give me my ring back. That's what he really wants. Give me my ring. Give me my ring. Just give me my ring. Why it looks so animated. I like this filter. I can change this filter. I think I can. Um, I don't know. Can I? Can I change this? Uh, or am I able to take it off? I don't know. I got. Damn. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. So, will Gucci testify? If he doesn't testify, then he'll get subpoenaed. He'll get subpoenaed. If he gets subpoenaed, then that means he'll have to go in front of the judge and he'll have to testify, quote unquote, based on what he said. So if he said, "Yo, give me my ring back," give me my ring. That was the ring my cheating wife gave to me. Give me my watch. That was almost Audemars. Um, if Gucci not actually in the streets, he's basically a civilian, so he got the right to say what he gonna say. I mean, I don't know. Me personally, people move the goalposts so much, you don't know what's telling. I think they base telling on who they like and who they don't like. We gonna keep it a bean on this channel. They say, oh well, since I like that person, they ain't really tell like that, like that. Like what? They ain't really tell all the way. Like what? See, see, this is what telling is. This is what people do. So I don't know. Me, I'ma break it down to y'all what telling is, right? I'ma break down to y'all what telling is, all right? Okay. It's a such thing as a snitch, it's a such thing as a rat, and it's a such thing as a tattletale. Now let's break these down. And whatever category this person falls into, this is how y'all know. All right? Okay. Rat is a diabolical person. A rat is a diabolical person. That means to, like, tell on an innocent person. What Judas did to Jesus is diabolical. Like, you ain't got nothing to do with nothing, and a person threw you under the bus. You have nothing to do with nothing, and they dropped your load. Like a bitter ex or something like that, dropping your load to the ops, whatever. That's what a rat is. A diabolical person. A disgusting person, right? Hold up. So, my bad. Making sure I ain't got no oogies in my nose. Okay, a rat is what Judas did to Jesus. He told on an innocent person. He dropped Jesus' location to the ops to gain some money, whatever, whatever. That's what a rat is. A despicable person. Now, what is a snitch? A snitch is somebody that agrees to do a crime. When they agree to do a crime, like, hey, we about to go spin this and that, and you agree to go spin. And in the midst of that, something happened. Let's say, God forbid, somebody gets hurt that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Or y'all agree that nobody should get hurt and quote unquote, your mans end up getting down wrong. And in order to save yourself, now you agreed to do this crime. In order to save yourself, you out the other person. Well, I didn't shoot that other person. That person shot the other person. That's a snitch. Cause you agreed to do this with this person. So that means you accept, like I always say, terms and conditions. You accept everything that come with this. That doesn't mean you agreed to harm anybody. But if you have to throw somebody else under the bus to save yourself, knowing you agreed to this, then that makes you a snitch. What is a tattletale? A tattletale is somebody that basically, oh, yeah, you talk about me, but they did this. Oh, why everybody looking at me? But that person did this. And, tell every little thing they know. It really don't got nothing to do with nothing. It's not even a crime. They get put on Front Street with it. Oh, yeah, you talk about what I did, but that person did this, though. That's the title tip. What is a gossiper? A gossiper is someone who just spew other people's business. Not even, what they say off barbershop. Did you hear about Lorinda? Yeah. He was like, see, that's why your nose so big. You too damn nosy. So that's me breaking down. First off, Gucci doesn't fall into the rat category. because it's not like he spoke on somebody that's innocent. Number two, can we call him a snitch? Did he agree to this? No, he didn't. He didn't agree to this. He didn't agree to get robbed. Can we call him a tattletale? Uh, Telling everything he know. Now you might could put him in that category, tattletelling, but which is what we call telling. Oh, you telling. Oh, he telling. But you can't call him a rat. A rat is a despicable person. Like you ornery for no reason. This person had nothing to do with nothing. That he would be a rat if he had said Pooh Shiesty robbed him and Pooh Shiesty didn't rob him. That's what would make him a rat. If he said Pooh Shiesty robbed him and Pooh Shiesty actually didn't rob him, now you putting a person that didn't do anything to you. Now you putting a person, someone who talking about what happened. Like, if let's just say Pooh Shiesty didn't, then that would make Gucci a rat because that's a despicable person. Because how you gonna say this person did something and they actually didn't, and you know they didn't do this to you? That would make him a rat. What would make him a snitch is if he agreed to rob somebody with Pooh Shiesty and then flipped and told the police, oh, he did this and that and this and that, this and that, whatever. So he can't be a snitch. He can't be a rat. So what is he? Y'all could put him in the category of probably telling. Oh, he told what happened. That's just telling. But if he's a civilian, is he really telling, or like he's not under no street rules if he's not in the streets? He's not like people move the goalposts, and I want to make it to where people stop moving the goalposts. If you agree to do something, and then like the dudes with the XXX Tentacion, the dude that testified, that's who you could call a snitch because you agreed to do this crime with them, and then you rolled over on them to get less time. That's wrong because you agreed to do this. That's different if you in Gunna's situation and somebody say, hey, yo, take the charge. I'm not like, I didn't agree to take no charge. So how can I be a snitch or a rat or telling if I didn't agree to none of this? So you pulled me along, and then just when the boys pull up, that's like throwing a pistol in somebody's lap and telling them to take the charge. Like, no, nigga, you can have that back. What do you think this is? Like, so rest in peace to Shock G. Um, that's why I said people move the goalpost so much. That's why I want to clear up all this. So people, shout out KD Ryder, shout out Toy Doll, uh, Alexander, all y'all, shout out. King David. Okay, if Gucci takes the stand, you can't actually say he's snitching or he's a rat. You can't actually say that. Why you can't say that? Because first off, he didn't agree to do nothing with these guys, no pun. And then he didn't tell on somebody innocent. They robbed him. So if you backdoor me, you can't. I'm gonna keep it a bean on here. If you backdoor me, you can't get mad at how I attack you. You can't do that. If it's the streets, it ain't no rules. It's no rules to this. It's messed up, but it's the truth. It's no rules. And a wise man once told me this. If you say something about me, and I wasn't playing with you, nothing, like we weren't joking, nothing, you can't dictate how I respond to you. That's like when somebody poking asleep in bed. You don't get to dictate how that bed growls back. Me personally, when Pooh said you can't outsnake a snake, then that's basically what Gucci did. He went the legal route. You went the street route. How can you get mad? So Takashi wasn't wrong for telling them non-trade. This is the reason why I said Takashi is a snitch. He's not a rat because he didn't tell on somebody that's innocent. Like he didn't get them locked up for no reason. That's a rat. Like I ain't even do nothing to you, and you got me locked up. Like this is why I say, like y'all could call him a rat if he told on somebody that didn't do nothing to him. Like this is why I said Takashi is a snitch. Okay, he was cool with all those people doing that same stuff to other people. He was cool with sleeping with other dudes' girlfriends. And this is his words out of his own mouth. He even went on the stream talking about he slept with Curry's wife. Nah, nah, nah. I would want to though. That's not funny. That's this man's wife. That's not funny. That's not something you play about. But on another note, when anybody mentions some dude mentioned a female, and then Takashi went on Trap Lord Ross's stream and said, and I quote, he said, what did he say? He said, oh, his girlfriend did this and that for $100. So you cool until it's you that is happening to. You cool with the non-trade doing all of this to other people. He even bragged about it. He got on stream bragging about, yeah, I really went to the feds. I really did that. These rappers ain't do none of that. I really went to the feds. I was really like that. But Takashi, why is it that you so cool when y'all doing that to other people, but then when it's you, you want to point people out and all this? Like that's why I said Takashi is a snitch. You agreed to do this stuff. Gucci didn't agree to none of this. This is not saying, oh, well, he's off the hook. Is he telling? I don't know. I haven't seen the paperwork. They said the paperwork has been redacted or whatever, whatever. So I can't see it. I'm sure it might be access to the other documents. They might be trying to take them down or whatever, whatever, to keep it till trial or whatever. But from what I seen, I don't know what he told the police. I don't know what he told them. If he is in the streets, now that's a different ball game because you supposed to keep it in the streets. You supposed to keep it in the streets. That's different if this is public knowledge or this person has already been locked up and all of this has been over with. They've already been charged, but you didn't tell on them. They just got caught. So that's different than you basically saying, oh yeah, this person did this and that to me, but the police, well, but the judge is saying, the lawyers are saying, well, we don't have any actual evidence. We don't have any weapons. We don't have them actually on camera actually robbing anybody. We don't have any evidence of anything. But all we have is statements from these people. We don't know the statements because I haven't seen the work. I'm sure if y'all have the work, put it down in the comments where I can get a link to it, where Gucci has a police report that says he identified Pooh Shiesty them, but it's different if he claimed to be in the streets. So for the street guys, they may say, oh, he's telling. He's telling what happened. Well, if you backdoor me personally, the Gucci clone would tell the Bar Simpson chain Real Gucci would never. Um, if he don't take the stand, he gonna go to jail. Straight up. The people he with, they may tell it. And then Gucci may be in trouble for perjury. Only way he'll be in trouble for perjury is if he actually made a statement. That's how we'll know. Only way we'll know if Gucci told something to the police is if he gets in trouble for perjury. If he goes up there and say, I didn't see nothing, I don't know nothing, whatever, whatever, and they don't get him with perjury, because they could still get him with perjury if the other people don't agree to it. So it's a lose-lose, really. He can go back to jail. And you know his wife is not going to be faithful to him. Let's keep it a bean. She already showed that when he went to jail the first time. And allegedly. So that's where him and Yo Gotti's situation ended up. You know what I'm saying? But Gucci was even being petty over that situation because you started the situation with Gotti. Gotti, no lie, he did start it. Gotti did start it. Yo Gotti dropped a mixtape or album on 1017 and Gucci felt some type of way about it. Gotti tried to reach out to him. Gucci did some whole shit, not answering the phone, going to interviews instead of talking directly to that man. And he felt like, oh, well, since you gonna act like a bitch, I'm gonna treat you like one. And then I'm gonna hit your girl. Like, you doing, like, you can't even pick up the phone. And I'm telling you, like, okay, if you felt some type of way, then I wouldn't have had no problem with not dropping on this date. Everybody did know that Gucci drops on 1017. If you know, you know. But like Gucci, like, bro, you sometimes do shit like a female. I'm gonna keep it a bean on this channel. Sometimes Gucci do shit like a female. He does. He acts like a female. Like your homeboy, he gets down wrong, or like, say y'all got albums dropping. He drop his album on the same day you drop yours. But instead of you answering the phone for this man when he reach out to you, you want to do whole shit and then go on radio and then talk about him, but instead of getting on the phone with him. That's whole shit. Men don't do that. Like, he called him. You not answering your phone. That's what women do. When they get mad about something, they want to answer the phone. That's what females do. That's not what men do. But, you know, to each his own, though. So, you look like Offset. Like, what? No. Like, no. With that being said, man, like, I got to call a spade because Offset, that's for another video. But, for Gucci, I don't know. It's what y'all think. Me, do I care if he's telling? No. I wouldn't give a damn. Me personally, I say he did right. Uh, Ruthless K6. I'ma just say Gucci did right. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Real spill. You can't get Pooh Shiesty. You can't get mad if you do something to me and get mad what I do in return. I don't give a fuck how I went. Oh, you gonna backdoor me? Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to do that. Me personally, I don't think Gucci is wrong at all. Stand on the stand, point that man out. Boom, you sitting down for 100 years. Oh, you a rat. You a snitch. I don't give a fuck. You backdoor me, and then on top of him signing, y'all rob him. Y'all already got what y'all came for. Why rob him? You got the signature, and you got the date. Why not just leave it at that? But to add insult to injury, y'all rob him and then choke the cameraman out. What the fuck did the cameraman do? Like, what? He like, what did I do? I'm white. Like, I didn't do nothing to y'all. Gucci, why did you bring me here? You know, and Gucci did right. He told them to stand down because they was outnumbered, allegedly. It ain't more G to just not say a word and everybody gets the same charge. Back in the day, we took our charges. We wasn't being stupid enough to trust charge partners. It ain't like that, fam. Man, it's exactly like that. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Listen, if you hit somebody, right? Say you punch somebody. Matter of fact, say you slap somebody. How can you get mad if he punched you? How? If you spit on somebody and they beat the living life out of you, how can you get mad at how they responded to what you did? That's just like if somebody put their hands on you, how do they get mad or got the nerve to be like, oh, yeah, I smacked them, but they beat me up. That's crazy. You don't get to dictate how people respond to your nonsense. It don't work like that. So, with that being said, if you claim to be this snake, Pooh Shiesty, why are you mad that you got snaked back? This is how it goes. This is like chess. It's not checkers. You made your move, and he is now in checkmate. I don't know why, bro. How lit you at, bro? Like people try to act like it's honor amongst thieves in the streets. It's not. It's no honor amongst thieves. All right, you got me. It ain't none of that. It's no rules to this game. And I learned that a long time ago. It's no rules to this. I don't know why people keep acting like it's some rules or some loyalty in the streets. What? We robbing people. We taking from people. We taking people's lives. God forbid. Like, it's no loyalty amongst thieves. Who taught y'all that? Who told y'all that? It's loyalty. No, it's every man for himself. Dead homies. As soon as y'all learn that, y'all will understand. The streets have never changed. Now you could stand by your own morals and your own principles. It don't mean that that other person is going to stand by those. It don't mean that they're going to stand by that. Like Wayne Perry, he stood on what he stood on, his principle. I ain't gonna never throw my mans under the bus to be free. And he stood on that. Alpo didn't. Because that's not what he's living by. And Wayne Perry, I'm sure now he's getting it. I stand on my principles because those are my principles. Because if we keeping it a beam, Wayne Perry, you got mad at a female for going to tell that you smoked her best friend, allegedly. Well, it's already out there, so it's not alleged. You really did that. And then you got mad because she was going to tell. But this was your girlfriend. So what honor is it in that? What honor is it in that? You could have made her understand, like, yo, this person got down wrong with me, and I can't allow that. Now, this may be your friend, but this is the streets. This is what it is, and this is what comes with it. Did I want to take that person's life? No. Did I know y'all was cool? Yeah. But that person, they basically made a move on me, and I made a move, and I just happened to be the better man that day. That's all it was. It wasn't nothing personal. He could have made her understand that. Like, if you're going to tell on me, then that's fine. But I did what I felt was best. It was either me or that person, and I chose me. They would have chose them as well. So I don't know where y'all get this stuff from, where y'all think it's honor amongst thieves or something, where it's people in the streets that's loyal. Like, where do y'all get this? Even in the cartels, they backdoor each other for the top. Even in the mafia, they backdoor each other for the top spot. There's no loyalty in this. Now, you can stand on your own principles. Me, I stand on my own principles. My own principles is if you try to hurt me, you can't justify how I attack. That's how I play it. I ain't trying to get you locked up. That's not my principles. I don't rock with that. But if somebody else does that, I understand it from their point of view. Because if you hate somebody, you can't understand it you can't learn from them. If you hate a person, people hate rich people, right? But you can't learn from that rich person if you hate them. That's why it says don't hate your enemies. Because sometimes your enemies just want to be you. But that's for another subject. Uh, Greetings from Zambia, Africa, brother. Salute. What's up with it? Brotherhood is honor to me. Can you get the cam out of your nose? But listen, the mustache is only a couple hairs away from being pretty Austrian. That's funny. But listen, okay, there ain't no honor in the streets. I'm gonna keep it a bean. There ain't no honor in the streets. Y'all need to stop doing that. Now, the rules that you set for yourself, you can stand by them. Me, I'm not gonna throw nobody else under the bus. I'm gonna take my weight as a man because I'm a man first. That's what I stand by. Hey, look, give me my charge. It is what it is. That's how I am. But I know another person may not stand by that. And you got to accept everything that comes with it. You know that somebody might fold or something like that. You take your weight like a man. That's my principle. But if you backdoor me, you can't get mad at how I attack. That's just how it goes. People think, oh, well, I robbed that person and they robbed me. Oh, it's all good. They may not be thinking like that. That's the problem with people. I'm afraid he's going to sneeze. Read chat. Crips or Bloods. Me personally, I don't give a damn about neither one of them. I don't give a damn about neither one of them. Because let me keep it a bean on this channel. If you in a game, you just a flunky. That's it. You just a flunky for them. I'm going to give y'all a good example. There was a dude, I ain't going to say his name. He's a well-known gang member. And he talked about this. They had him on crash out missions, even though he was already packing people out. Like, he was already putting belts to ass in there. And it's well known. He was putting people down. He's not the biggest guy, but he was putting, like, hey, he was putting people on their pockets. Real spill. So he was on his way about to get out. And then they start spreading rumors about him telling. Now, mind you, this dude did 8 years in the feds. He did 8 years. Matter of fact, I don't even think it was in the feds, but he was in prison. But I think he was upstate. So he he what did he? Oh yeah, he was like, nah, I ain't about to do that because I'm about to go home. And then y'all want to send me on a crash out mission. Y'all know it's cameras over here, but y'all want me to pack this dude out in front of the cameras. Like, what y'all got going on? So they wanted him to prove that he wasn't a rat by doing a crash out mission. If I'm the leader of that gang, no, he not about to do nothing. He about to go home. He just spent too much time away from his family. We may not be able to get to go home right now, or some of us never. But we not about to do that. You know, if he do something else, he gonna be right back in here. So it's not like we missing anything. So when a person about to get out, me being a shot caller and a leader, nah, he not about to do that. A person that's not getting out, that's for them to do. Because we gonna be here. By them doing that, It was them showing they was afraid of this guy. Oh, well, we want to assert dominance and power over this person. And that's weak shit. It's weak. If you in a gang, you're just a flunky to these people. That's why they tell you could never leave this. You can't leave. They act like this is a marriage. It's not a marriage. If a nigga don't want to be a part of a gang, why would I want him a part of the gang when I know he don't want to be a part of this? Cause he could be liable to tell something. That's how I see it. Oh, you want to get out the gang? Okay, cool. Congratulations, we'll throw you a party, not beating you up, not none of that. That's why I say whenever uh in my day, when I was doing dumb shit, I'm not I'm not leading with grimy behavior. I don't lead with grimy behavior. That's why when I go places, I get respect. I'm not jumping no kids in. I'm not none of that. You have to be a grown man because you gotta know what you getting yourself into. And you gotta understand what the consequences is of what you do. I can't expect a 14-year-old to understand, oh well, you can never get out this game. This is for life. No, we will be friends for life. But if you decide to get out, better you to get out than for you it's to hit the fan and then you roll over on somebody and then now your reputation is shot. Now nobody wants to mess with you. Now you got a green light on you. Why even go down that road when you can get them their ticket to getting the fuck up out of the game? They don't want to roll with the game. It's different if you in prison because you gotta roll with somebody. You gotta roll with somebody. We wish it didn't work like that, but that's just what it is. You gotta roll with your own. Cause they gonna ride what they own. So it's not even that a white guy is even racist. He could probably grew up around a bunch of black people, but he gotta roll with his own. So it's a lot of politics or whatever, but I'm gonna keep it a whole bean. Bruh, when you a part of a gang, you just a flunky. The moment you don't do something, all of a sudden they gonna call you a rat. Oh, you ain't like that. You was never like that. They'll never be satisfied because misery loves company. I'm keeping it a bean. No matter what you do, this is the thing that Pooh Shiesty don't understand. Pooh Shiesty don't understand that it's nothing you can do for these people. No matter what. It's like he was so busy trying to prove that he's some street guy. I'm not soft. Yeah, I'm really like that. I'm really about what I talk about because they care about the opinions of people that don't give a damn about them, whether they live or die. None of these people is going to put money on his books. None of these people going to give a damn about this dude. If he say he do 70 years, God forbid, by the time he gets out, if he got out, when he got out, say he's 100 something, nobody's gonna give a fuck about you, bro. Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he was a real one. He didn't tell. Who's gonna give a fuck? Half of motherfuckers gonna be dead, and then the people that do know you, they not gonna care. They gonna laugh at your dumb ass. They gonna, yeah, you did all that time to prove you some real street nigga. Like, nigga, we got bills. Nigga, we go to work. We got jobs. We got businesses. We not even on that no more. We don't even care. In 100 years, no one is going to care. In 1,000 years, nobody's going to give a damn. You know, kids going to be TikToking it up, and then your song might pop up, but you long gone from that generation. Who's going to give a damn? Oh, yeah, he was real. Yeah, he was a real one. Yeah, yeah. You think God gonna give a fuck? God not gonna care that you was a real stepper, nigga? Like, God not gonna care? You think the angels is gonna be like, yeah, 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 you really do that. You really about what you talk about. Like, they not gonna give a fuck. They not. The world glorifies stupidity. Why does it glorify stupidity? Because 90% of the people that are hyping you up ain't did a damn thing and not gonna do nothing. These are civilians clapping for you to be stupid. And then the people that are out, yeah, I did 40 years in the feds and not in tail. Yeah, real one. Yeah. Nigga, you spent all that time away from your family, you's a buster. You spent all that time away from your kids, buster. You ain't do nothing for the community, buster. You ain't helped nobody in no shape or form but getting the hell out the way, buster. Straight up. Like you your parents is passing away while you locked the fuck up, buster. Like it's different if you made a mistake and you landed in there, but if you keep doing shit to land yourself in there and then want sympathy and empathy from us because you locked up for some shit that you did, buster. I don't care what nobody talking about. This the truth. Buster. That's what people gonna think of you. Buster. That's what your kids think of you. Buster. Like what you mean? Buster. You got locked up for some dumb shit? Buster. Straight up. I fuck with Pooh Shiesty music, but his intellect is questionable because why would you do that? Now he may be possible, may be in prison for the rest of his life and for a street reputation. That's because this is what happened. When Pooh got out, he went back to the same motherfuckers that's saying this and that instead of taking his time, going by himself, to himself, being by himself, and learning to think for himself. Like, where do I want to be at in 20 years? Where do I want to be at in 50 years? Where do I want to be at in the next 15, the next 25 years? What do I want to do with my life? Like, okay, let me go the legal route and try to get out of my contract. Okay, I'm in a fucked up contract. I made my mistakes. Lawyer up and go the legal route. Oh, that mean he ain't no street nigga. He took Gucci to court. That's ratting. What? These are civilians that's talking to you. These motherfuckers not gonna do nothing. They not gonna do nothing. They not gonna do half the stuff that you will probably do. But they gonna talk about everything that you won't do. Oh, you ain't really like that. And this is what happens. The devil jumps in the people just like they did when they got in the dirt's ear. Oh, you ain't slide for your mans. This is what the fans were saying with accounts that don't even belong to them. They ain't even got picture on their accounts. But they telling Dirt to slide for his mans. Now where they at? Oh yeah, Dirk a real one, free Dirk. But they all went to a YB concert. But they all saying baby boo. And they all like, what? What? You see how many females did they don't give a damn about no Dirk and YB situation. They don't care. They're fans. They don't care. Yeah, I really like YB. Not like Dirk. Let's fight. And they don't give a damn about neither one of y'all. Dirk is trying to get home to his wife while he still got her. YB is trying his best to stay out. What part don't y'all understand? What part don't y'all understand? Because once you get older, you start realizing you allow people to trick you off the street because of a reputation that nobody gives a damn about. Nobody cares. Pooh, he was raised. This is what happens when the Bible say, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they get older, they won't depart, right? So when if you look at Pooh Shiesty's parents, this is the environment that he's used to. He went back to the same toxic ass environment, and this is what happens. All he cares about is a street reputation. Forget the money that he's making. Forget the career he's built. All I care about is a street name. That don't even matter. No one's going to care, bro. But the difference is he understood what came with it. So he was cool with it. So I can't say he's dumb. because that may be what he wanted to amount to, a reputation. That may be what he wanted for his life. Maybe that's what he wanted. He may not have wanted to be in jail, but if all he wanted to amount to is some street cred, then I guess he lived up to it. If that's all he wanted, then hey, there you go. Cause life gonna give you what you want, but it may not be what you asked for. That makes him dumb. that makes him dumb. Like, they hype you up for you to do their job like a pet. Factuals. That's what they do. Damn, why you so close? Move back. I like being this close, cause it's like better with the mic. It's better with the mic, and the mic picks it up better. Life gives you what you are, not what you want. Factuals. And I've been saying this for so long. You get what you are, not what you want. That's just like when people get with people and stuff like that, they be dating and all that. If you're not a loyal person, you're not going to meet a loyal person. You're going to meet somebody that do the same thing that you do. Point blank period. If you don't like what you've been getting, change what you've been doing. Just straight up. That's how I go. And if you happen to meet somebody loyal, you'll run them off. Why do you think most people run good people off? Because birds of a feather have to flock together. Birds of a feather have to flock together. That's how it goes. Ducks got to be with the ducks. The birds got to be with the birds. They're not going to be swimming in a pond. That's not what they do. Yeah, duck, I'm going to be over there chilling with y'all later. No. That's not how it go. Man, I wouldn't let nobody talk to me like that. They homies. Bro, bro, that's how instigators are. Instigators, they cling up with people that are like that, and they try to hype them up to be stupid so they can live off. Yeah, that's my man's though. Yeah, he really like that and all this and that. I ain't gonna say who this person is because I know this person. And this is a well-known person. I'm gonna give y'all a hint, and they be on no jumper. This is how this dude exactly is. You be with all the steppers, with all of them. You be with all the steppers, hyping them up. And I'm like, well, what have you done? Me, I would question you because all you doing is lining people up. But that's for another subject. You are what you surround yourself with. Now you gotta prove yourself. Duck is a bird, my dude. Listen, a duck, if you see, have you ever seen, and you tell me this, have you ever seen ducks in a pond and birds in the pond with them? No, you haven't. You know why you want to see that? You may see them rescue one or something like that that's in trouble or something like that. But to chill together, no. Nature teaches you the lions don't hang out with hyenas. The lions just don't hang with the hyenas. The hyenas see food. The lion sees food. That's how nature goes. It's like, that's how it is. Time to time, you may see them not really at odds with each other, but you will never see them hang with each other. Why? Because they understand nature. Birds of a feather have to flock together. That's why when the ducks be flying, I forgot which one of those, the geeses, when you see the geeses flying, you don't see an eagle with them. You'll never see an eagle with them. Why? Because the eagle hangs with the eagles. That's what they do. They fly higher than the geeses. You might see a crow messing with an eagle, trying to get him, and all the eagle gonna do is rise above it. Why? Because he knows the crow can't go that far. He knows it. And then Crow is not going to go that far because he knows he can't handle that elevation. So he has to flock with who he flocks with. When the crows land, you going to see all crows landing together. When birds fly south, you don't see no geeses with them. You see the birds. So, which is why you see certain gang members hang with certain gang members. They may be upstate and have to get along, but when it comes down to it, that's a Crip, that's a Blood. That's just what it is. You know, you ever heard of the eagle and the weasel? Nah. What's the point you're trying to make? The point I'm trying to make is, the point I'm trying to make is, when people, how can I say this in a way that y'all understand it? Pooh Shiesty came back home and hung with who he was used to. That's why he went back around that toxic environment, because that's what he's used to. Had he had got out and went somewhere else, the family would have said he's acting different, this and that. This is why when you see other older friends, you don't usually hang out with them or relationships break up because you're different now. You may think you haven't changed, but they may think you have changed. You may not agree to do some of the same stuff that you used to do, which is why, like, okay, if you used to smoke weed, you may not want to really hang around people that smoke weed. And people that smoke weed want to hang out with people that smoke weed. They can't ask you if you have any weed. You don't smoke. So that means that a lot of relationships break up and stuff like that. Yo, what's up, Miriam? What's up with it? Okay, let me put it like this. Some females and males ask, why do relationships break up? It's because you're not the same person you used to be. That's why. Why you don't have the same friends? Because you don't think the same no more. That's what happened. You may not think you've changed, but they may see the change. You may be on starting businesses, creating generational wealth, um, you know, thinking about traveling, going different places. They may not be on that. They may want to do that, but they might not be on that. So that means birds of a feather have to flock together. It don't mean you don't like them. It don't mean that they don't like you. It just means y'all going in two different directions. Like, if you loyal, you're not going to get along with somebody that's not. It's not going to happen. You're not going to get along. If you like communicating, you're not going to get along with somebody that doesn't. It's not going to happen. That's why arguments happen, because it stemmed from your beliefs. Pooh Shiesty came back home and hung around the same environment. That's why he ended up back where he was comfortable at, in that environment. He don't think it's dumb because that's what he believes. That's the environment he's used to. All he has is a street reputation, you know, because that's all he's been around. So, with that being said, because I don't know how close I be to the witch collar, but that's just so my mic can pick up everything. But this is what happens. You know, when you decide, like, say you decide to not want to be a gang member no more, you may have some friends or something like that. You may have some friends that was a part of the gang, but 9 times out of 10, y'all not gonna hang out like that. If you no longer want to be a gang member, 90% of those friends that you had, y'all not gonna be friends no more because you don't do that no more. So y'all going in two different directions. It don't mean that y'all not friends. It just means that you going in a different direction. So had Pooh Shiesty did that, people would have, oh, you fake and you changed ever since you got out of jail. You like they did Bobby Shmurda, because Bobby Shmurda don't want to be a part of that no more. Like, I don't get what y'all issue is. I don't get what y'all issue is. I don't get why y'all don't understand it. So with that being said, I can't call Pooh dumb for what he did, because that may be what he wanted to amount to. Like, why would I be mad? If that's what he wanted to do, congratulations. What did you win? Ain't that the first thing I'm trying to see when I yeah, you are too close. Uh so with that being said, I think it's the way you both think might be different. They want this and you want that. Then next, none of you get along. It happened with a friend of mine. Man, it don't mean y'all dislike each other, but if you going in a different direction, it's not gonna happen. Y'all not gonna see eye to eye. And that's okay to outgrow your circumstances. That's why I say it's okay. It's okay to outgrow the things you used to do. You don't want to do that no more? Then why do you, okay, if you feel like you ever alone, you may be going places that none of the people you know ever went. And it's less crowded. It may feel alone, but you will be around like-minded individuals. You'll run into like-minded individuals that's going the same direction that you are going. And it's up to you whether you tag along with them or they tag along with you. You don't get to dictate how people treat you, only how long you choose to participate. So that don't even mean that people that tag along with you is gonna be there for the long haul. It just means, you meet different people on the way to going where you're going. But why are you trying to drag people with you that's not going where you're going or where you trying to go? They may not want to go that way. They may not believe that they can go that way. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. On Say the Last Dance, right? Perfect example. Um, I guess one of the dudes, he had a friend. He was in the streets. He was used to handling stuff the street way, and his friend wanted to go to college and things like that. And his friend, they got into an argument, and he's like, man, if you could do it, I could do it. He's like, man, all I got is my respect. All I got is my respect. I can't be going to college and becoming no doctor or nothing like that. His friend didn't see that that's what he could do, or that he could be that he could do better than where he was at. He was comfortable in that environment. It don't mean they stopped being friends. It don't mean that they dislike each other. It just meant we're going in two different directions because I want to do something different. So Gucci and Pooh, they going in two different directions. Gucci is older. Pooh is still young. So he's not seeing things from Gucci's point of view. He's seeing things from where Gucci used to be. Gucci has beaten a murder, all that. He's been locked up, possession, whatever. But he don't want to do that no more. Pooh is still on that mindset that says all I got is my reputation. Gucci, I'm sure he understands it, but he's like, bruh, I'm an adult now. I got a wife. I'm trying to, I got a family. I got bills, things like that. I got a business to run. Pooh not thinking like that. Pooh is thinking like the old Gucci would. Like, oh man, anybody get over on me is stat with them. I don't care about prison. I don't care about none of that. Once Pooh gets in his 40s, he'll start looking at life like Gucci is looking at it. Like, oh, that's where you at with it. I see now. And then Pooh will see the young dudes come up in jail, and then he'll be sitting there like, dang, that was me. That was me. I thought just like y'all. Like all I got is my reputation, not realizing that none of that even matters. Once you get to an adult, it don't even matter no more. Yeah, I couldn't stop that friend of mine because she was dragging herself to trouble. She knows herself. I'll not force her, of course. Yeah, you don't supposed to force people to make a decision that you would make. It say in the Bible, it is written, if you are caught in the snare of your words, save yourself. Save yourself. Like save yourself. Like real spill. Because at the end of the day, all you got is really you and the people that love you. But we sleep in our caskets separate, each sold separately. So, with that being said, it's on you what you choose to do with your life. Me, I chose to keep going forward. Whether you tag along with me is on you. But I'm not about to drag you with me. I'm not about to do that. And it don't mean I love you, but I love me too. So I'm not about to drag myself behind because somebody wants to drag their feet. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. I went through too much. I survived too much. I'm just happy that I'm here to talk to y'all. All the dumb stuff I was doing. So, with that being said, be okay with outgrowing people. Be okay with that. Be okay that you're not where you used to be. You probably not where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be. Be okay with that. Be okay with uh people not understanding you. Be okay with it. Be okay with people talking about you. Be okay with people laughing at you. Be okay with people cracking jokes on you. Be okay with all of it. Because no one's going to laugh when you make something out of yourself. No one's going to laugh. Well, they probably will, but you will barely hear them. Delete, do live again. Okay, I'll look for you. One, stay up though. This is why I say you got to be okay with being alone. It's not, oh, you lonely. Be okay with being alone and love it. If you don't like your own company, what good is somebody else joining your company gonna do? Because if they doing their own thing, you gonna be like real needy and all of that nonsense. And you didn't call me, and I'd have been there, done that. You don't want to do all that. You don't want to do all that. They do them, you do you, and y'all do that together. That's how it's supposed to be. Not your whole world revolves around that person. No. You chasing your dreams, they chasing their dreams. And y'all doing that together. They may not have a dream and they may want to figure out what they want to do, or they'll tag along with you, whatever, while you chasing yours. And that's okay too. But what's not okay is you trying to convince them to go the way that you're going. That's not cool because that'll hurt you. You have dreams or something like that that God put in your heart, you supposed to fulfill that. And that's why most people are depressed. That's why most people are dealing with mental illnesses because they know it's something they want to do, but they're too afraid to go after it. They're too afraid to be talked about, too afraid to be laughed at, too afraid to be mocked, too afraid to be ridiculed, too afraid to not have quote unquote friends that really probably ain't they friends. Because friends will root for you loudly, proudly. And if they don't, somebody will. But you don't get to dictate who that is, who cheers for you, who claps for you, who applauds you, who decides to be in your corner. You don't get to dictate who that is. Whoever comes along, that's who wants to be a part of it. That's just how it is. Whoever sticks by your side, that's who wants to be a part of it. Like that's just how it goes. And if they choose to get off the ride, like I always say, a train does not stop because somebody decides to get off. It stops completely when it gets to its destination. That's how it goes. It's not like the train gonna get mad because a passenger decided to get off. No, the train is just doing what it's doing. Okay, at this stop, boom, they get off. Okay, somebody else will come along. That's how a train is. A train is just get to the destination. That's all it does. So be like a train. A train, choo choo. Passengers decide to get off. It's not, I can't believe you decide to get off. You ain't gonna stay to the end. You don't want to see what's at the end. Like, a train not doing that. Artemis 2 mission. Enlighten me on what that is. Joey, enlighten me on what that is, the Artemis 2 mission. Because I don't like speaking about something I really don't have any idea about. Uh, the problem with people is some people are stuck in the mindset of poo. Well, all that matters is my reputation. When you get older, none of that matters. All that matters is that you're alive and you free. You may not be rich, but at least you're not in jail. Because any of them, if you ask any of them, if they, NASA most recent space shuttle flight around the moon, NASA most recent space shuttle flight around the moon. I would have to look that up. I didn't know that NASA ever stopped doing that. Most recent space shuttle flight around the moon. Um, my question to you is, did they find something out there or something like that, or why was they doing that exactly? I like to think there's a reason why they do what they do. Uh, oh, when they showed that dark moon, I think I heard something about that. When they showed that dark moon or something like that, the dark side of the moon, when they showed a picture of the Earth and the dark side. Um, Me personally, I don't know what they're getting by doing that because there's literally nothing out there except for more planets or something like that. And it's pitch black every time I see it. Every time I see space, yeah, it's helping our enhancement in space travel. Um, my question is what do they think they'll find? Like, what do they think they'll find in space though? Like, I don't know. I don't know what they think they'll find out there. Like, dude, you about to be living on the moon by 2050. Listen, there's no way you can live on the moon. There's no way you can live on the moon. Who would want to live on the moon? My question. It's so many astronauts that almost fell into space. Like, space is literally a vacuum. Space is literally a vacuum. We have tons and tons of untapped resources and minerals and asteroids. They want to find some more. I would. I wouldn't live any place that God didn't intend on me living. If God put me on Earth, it's because everything I needed was right here. Um, it's not that they can't, but first things first, there's no oxygen in space. So even if they were able to make oxygen, they couldn't put it throughout the whole solar system. Almost every mineral on Earth can be found in comets and asteroids and space in general. But oxygen, that's the biggie. Oxygen. Now they found out a way to put it in a tank, but as soon as the space, you never seen them take off their helmets and just breathe. Why? Because we weren't intended to be out there. That's why. That's why we wasn't. Why you think there's no oxygen in space? Because we weren't intended to be there. Now, God allowed us to explore it so that we know that God made the heaven and the earth. We have the International Space Station. Now, the problem with that is, uh, I say, when you going out in space, he said G unit. You definitely ain't gonna see G unit out in space. I mean, you might, you never know. But somebody might write it on the moon. That'd be dumb, but whatever. Them going out there only proves my theory. It took them, they said it took a mechanism of almost, they said it's going to take them 1 billion years to actually get to Pluto. If they find something that can actually get to Pluto, I don't know what they're trying to get out of getting to Pluto. I don't know. They just exploring, whatever, whatever. But space is just a vacuum. That's all it is. I've been to space every time I smoked my doobie. Ah, that's funny. Ah, that's funny. Uh, that would be gangster. An astronaut go to space and smoke a blunt. That's only an estimation based on current speeds we have. Bro, it would take about 5,000 years for them to probably figure out something to where they could, probably less than that, I don't know. But not saying humans can't think of it or that humans can't do it, because it says in the Bible that it will be nothing that they won't know. But the problem is that I believe that they trying to find some other place by being defiant towards God. That's what I truly believe. That's exactly why we can't slow down. I believe it's human nature defying God. That's what I truly believe. I truly believe that they just trying to defy God. And to make it seem like it's something else better. That's just like when people have a spouse, they always think there's someone better. There's got to be more. There's got to be more. There's got to be more. That's why the Bible say, be content with what you have. And that's what I find the problem with human beings. They think they're fixing something when they're actually making it worse. They think they're making things better, but they're actually making it worse. Now, technology, cool, whatever. But when 4G first came out, they was complaining about people catching cancer and all of this stuff, but that didn't stop them. Uh, they wanted to build something else. Uh, they want to build robots, and we seen our robot and how well that went. Well, that's why God gave us free will, right? Because if He made us automatically worship Him, it wouldn't be real love. Now, to answer your question, free will, that's just like, okay, someone has the free will to jump off a bridge, but do you think that's wise? No, no. You're flesh and blood. Why do that? Like, that's why I say humans have this mindset that no matter what we get, we're never satisfied. And that's dangerous. But He gave us the decision to love Him. The decision to love Him, that means to honor and obey or go against His will. Now you have the freedom of choice, but that don't mean because everybody else is jumping off the deep end, that don't mean I do it. Especially if you can't swim. Now I can swim, but why do that if you don't have to? People will be jumping off the bridge and everybody be like, yeah, but they jumped off the bridge. They didn't say nothing bad about it, and they not. And they not. You don't need to know what happened after that. I'm sure you can use your imagination to understand what happened to those people. And a lot of people like pushing the line, keep pushing the line, but remember, you got free will, so you can't say, oh, God didn't love me. Why didn't God save me? Well, what were you doing when God was trying to get your attention and telling you what not to do? It's because He knows how it's going to end. That's just like human beings trying to defy God by trying to live somewhere other than the earth. God put everything we needed in the earth. You got 50 states and countries to visit. Sometimes you can visit them, sometimes you probably don't want to. But you have the options. Like, what they gonna do? Create a new civilization and do the same thing on those planets that they did here? So if we did automatically worship and love God, wouldn't that make Him seem less than all good? So if we did automatically worship, listen, worship is a choice. I want y'all to remember that. Worship is a choice, and I'm gonna get to the rest of y'all questions. It's a choice to abide by what God is saying. It says, "Thou shalt not tempt the Lord," right? If you know you can't breathe in space, why would you go to space without a helmet? That's tempting God. Oh, if God loves me, I can breathe in space. So I'm going to take my mask off. Why God didn't save me? He told you you couldn't breathe in space. He told you this already. Even people before you who are trained astronauts told you you can't breathe in space. But you wanted to tempt God. Even Jesus got tempted by God with suicide. Even Jesus. Remember that scripture where Jesus was like, uh, the serpent told him to jump off the rock. Surely the angels would catch him. And what did Jesus respond? Jesus responded by saying, thou shalt not tempt the Lord, your God. Even if angels could catch me, why would I jump off this rock? To prove to you something that I don't need to prove. Oh, I'm supposed to prove to you that God loves me. Oh, I got to prove to you that I'm something. You know, that's just like Pooh Shiesty trying to prove to the streets that he's street and tricked himself off the street. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord your God. Why do that when you already know the consequences? You already know. That's just like your parents telling you don't join the gang, and somebody in your family already been in the gang. Some people lost their lives and things like that, and you already know that, but you join the gang willingly. It's different if you were forced. That's different. But You tempting God by saying, I'm gonna do this anyway, even though I know this is not a wise decision. So let's get to the next question. So if we did automatically worship and love God, wouldn't that make him seem less than all good? Listen, we don't know what's good anyway. There is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end leads to death. That's what it says in the Bible. So we could think that standing by our reputation is good, but it could lead to prison. It could lead to death. Trying to stand on these principles, we might think it's good, but God sees different. And God is the one, like Jesus said, why does thou call me good? Only one that's good is God. So only God knows what is actually good. Humans don't really know what's good. We don't really know. We just only, going by what we think is good. Oh, walking the old lady across the street, that's good. Taking care of our families, that's good. Uh, that's our idea of doing good. But if we ask God, abiding by his will, that's good. Abiding by his commandments, that's good. So, you know, only God is good, and he's the one that invented it. So he must know what good is versus us. The only sin not forgivable is blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. Now, what is blasphemy? Blasphemy is lying on God. It's lying. Like when the people accused Jesus of of being the devil, when they said, "Oh, he casts he casts out evil because he's evil." First off, Jesus uh, cured a man out of being possessed, and people called him evil because this man was filled with demons, and he casted out the demons into a pig, and the officials called Jesus the devil. But if you use your wisdom, why would the devil cast out evil? That's why he possessed the man in the first place. He wants evil inside of people. He wouldn't cast it out. So that was a lie, because evil doesn't cast out evil. Only good can do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's blasphemy. They called Jesus the devil because they couldn't explain how. They didn't want to face the truth about him doing righteous works, because then people would like him. Like, people want to paint a bad narrative about you, and when it don't match what they think about you, they call you evil, whatever. They try to find anything wrong with you, but ironically, these are the most people that do the most wrong. Weird, whatever. We didn't choose it, and for that, we have no actual freedom. You have freedom all day long. You got the freedom to go to work, the freedom to not go to work. You have the freedom to pay your bills or not pay your bills. There are consequences to everything. You have the freedom to speed or not speed. There's consequences in everything. So that's free will. Free will is a choice. God's not telling you, oh, you gotta do this, you better do this. God ain't told you that. God ain't, you have free will as a human being. That's love. That's just like you get in a relationship with somebody. They have a choice to be loyal. You're not forcing them to be loyal. Oh, you better be loyal to me. No, that's not love. They know right from wrong. They know what to do. If they don't be loyal to you, you could possibly break up with them. So there's consequences in everything. It's not like you forcing them to be loyal to you. That's why you. That's an example of being blinded by promising, but we're not doing that by going to space. We have proof behind our logic. Then how can you say going to space isn't good if we don't know what good is? How you read the Emerald Tablets? Hi, Dominic, what's up? Vin says, Vince's, Pinoza, what's up? Joy, Telly, what's up? Kayla, your stomach hurt? Pray, 'cause that's what I had to do. Bro, but we're not doing. Okay, then how can you say going to space isn't good if we don't know what good is? Okay, it said God made the heaven and the earth. God put the lights in the firmament. The firmament, he said God made the sun and the moon also. Also, he made the stars. He said he made the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. So the greater light is what? The sun. It has to be the sun because it rules the day. The lesser light to rule the night because the moon doesn't shine as bright as the sun, but it shines. The lesser light to rule the night. That's the moon. And he made the stars also, and he put them in the firmament. The firmament is space, what we call space. So if you went out there and you couldn't breathe out there, there's no running water, there's no grass growing on the moon, there's no oxygen, there's no streams. What does that tell you? Are you supposed to be there? Did God say, oh, he made y'all to stay on the moon? No, he didn't. He made y'all to stay on Pluto? No, he didn't. Oh, Mercury, Venus? No. He didn't tell you to stay there. He didn't tell you you even could stay there. People try to go to Mars. It's a gassy planet. You wouldn't survive a day there. Why? Because there's a bunch of storms. We wouldn't last a day. 24 hours, we think God hates us. We thought God hated us. Going through that. There's no food, there's no animals, there's no none of that. Y'all are being bamboozled by that movie, The Avatar. It's not real. It's not real. Come back to reality. You come to Earth, you got animals, you got running water, you got food, you got something to drink, even on the side of that food and water. You got people. They ain't never went to none of these planets and brought back an alien. They ain't never went to one of those planets. Oh, they got oxygen, they got water, they got animals, and there was people there. No, they don't have that because the Bible, it strictly says God made the heaven and the earth. We this world, nobody perfect. No one is perfect, but it's me just giving y'all the game of what I've learned growing up. I had all these questions. I don't want nobody to feel like or they less than or something like that. Nah, I'm just telling y'all the same questions y'all had is the same questions I had. So I went looking. And then when I started, I used to want to be a scientist when I was a young kid. I used to want to be a scientist. That's why I like Jimmy Neutron and people that invented things and stuff like that. I was really into that. But the more I got into that stuff, I started asking myself questions. Why can't we live here? I started looking up the planets and learning. Some planets don't even have a surface. You'll fall right through it. Like, it wasn't meant to be lived on. It was meant to to show us that humans couldn't have created this. A human couldn't have created this. That's what it's meant to show. It's meant to show, like, when people had questions about the earth revolving and stuff like that, maybe it's on the stem. It says in the Bible, the earth hangs on nothing but God's word. When you go and see the earth, it's just spinning in thin air. It's spinning in thin air. It doesn't move. All these assumptions that human beings make, they don't make them true. Oh, if it moves to the left, how you know the earth hasn't moved? How do you know this? We're not out there 24/7. Like, humans have limited knowledge. This is, let's say, it's God wisdom versus our knowledge. We discover things on the earth. You are just now discovering things that God has already put here. So it could have been here for since ever. But since we just stumbled upon it, we think we discovered this. No, this probably been here. You probably just didn't know where it was. It probably only comes out probably twice a year or 5 times a year or 1 time a year. Like, we don't know everything. So somebody has to know everything. I like to say it's God. Tell us about the boys home. You might, big folk, you might gotta elaborate on that. Show the real you. This is the real me. Bro. This is the real me. The real me is the one that people don't like. They think I'm trying to say they don't know anything. I'm just telling y'all what I've learned. And you take with that what you will. People going out in space. I used to want to go out in space too. I even took a class and we was eating astronaut food. It's dry food and all that, whatever, whatever. It's dry food and all that. But that's just like, whenever I did something, I did it to the best of my abilities, whether it was being a part of a gang, whether it was uh, street business, whether it was hustling. I did that like like I'm studying it to know how it ends, where it began, where it going, what's the consequences, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you don't do something and not think about it. You don't do something, you want to know what you're getting into before you get into it. So it's like terms and conditions. You accept everything that comes with this. I know if I jump in some water and I can't swim, I'll drown. I know that off flip because I almost drowned before. I'm not just telling y'all, oh, you'll drown if you jump in some water. No, I'm telling you what could possibly happen because it's already done happened to me. Thanks to the grace of God, a lifeguard saved me. So I never forgot the lifeguard. I didn't know what he looked like, but I knew the color of him. It was a black dude. I never forget that. Um, and after that, I learned how to swim. It scared the crap out of me, but I was like, if I don't learn this, then I'm gonna be in some trouble. So I learned how to swim. Like, I study what I'm doing, not just doing stuff. You not say, yeah, you remember them boys saying, like, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna let that believe. You over there saying, like, I'm gonna see you. Big old nine, inbox me. Um, anyway, like I was saying, with that being said, I want y'all to remember, I want y'all to remember this, that I said this. When it comes to anything I do, I'm not unaware. I'm not just talking because I got lips. So with that being said, y'all do with that knowledge what you will. What are you talking about? He ain't gonna admit that boy's home. He talking about some inboxing. Like, get up with me, whatever. Like, what are you talking about? You talking about some nonsense. Um, all I know is okay, this is what I learned. When people do a lot of this, I don't care about all that. When people doing a lot of this, don't care about all that. Because a person like warning you and stuff like that, like, come on, this is me. This is me. This is me. But it says, as a wise saying goes, a wise man speaks because he has something to say, but a fool speaks because they have to say something. And when they open their mouth, you could tell the type of person you dealing with based off of what they say once they open their mouth. If it's not wisdom coming out of somebody's mouth, then you know what you're dealing with. And really, they own worst enemy. That's how like a lot of dudes get caught up in certain type of ish. I say, if you got like something to say to me, you inbox me or whatever. I don't want people being alerted to anything. But if you got an issue with me, you let me know you have an issue with me. And what will be, only God knows. That's how I handle my business. I don't get back in fib, about to threaten you and stuff like this and that and that. I don't do that. I'm not one of those. Tell the chat about the I know it's you, your little chat don't know your truth. That's crazy. Uh First off, big folk, it says in the Bible, thou shalt not bear false witness. First things first, little dude, I don't have nothing on my record. Nothing. But what's that? Arguing with the police. That's what I got on my record. Arguing with the police. That's what I got on my record. Cause they opened my door without my permission. That's what I had a bench warrant for. Other than that, nothing on my record. And then I got an issue with you. So what? So? So what? Stop talking on the live. Hit me up. Then, other than that, you don't want no problems. That's all that's saying. Cause you doing a lot of this. Stop doing this. That's your problem. You doing a lot of this, and then you're making false accusations, and then, like, boy, who is you? Real who? You got the wrong dude. You got the wrong dude. And you talking about some nonsense. You got the wrong dude. You talking about, I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is. What kind of name is that? And you talking about you got an issue? Like, why are you telling me you have an issue? Get up with me if it's really that. Get up with me. Stop talking. And that's why I say I can't take you serious because you doing this. Like, what I'm supposed to do with that? Pushing positivity, but you sit on laps. Oh, no, I know you ain't talking about me. Nah, no, I know you ain't talking about me. Like me, I'm not these I'm not your age. I'm not in your age group. We don't run in the same circles. We don't know the same people. We don't hang out with the same folks. Nothing. If I smashed your girlfriend, get over it. I won't be the last. If she liked me better, then it's probably because you running your mouth too much. He got your and he got a YouTube channel and you own it. What are you talking about? This is mine. This has been mine. This has been my name before y'all ever even existed. What are you talking about? I'm older than you. No, you're not. Because you on here doing this. You doing all this. No, you're not. You're younger than me. When you doing kid stuff, you're younger than the person you're talking to because you act younger than the person you're talking to. Grow up. When a man has a problem with another man, hey, let me hit him up. Yo, this is the issue. All right. Why are you getting online telling me you have an issue with me? What are you trying to do? Alert the police? What are you trying to do? Alert the feds or something? What are you trying to do? Good morning. God bless. Alabama checking in. What's up with it? Shout out to Alabama. Like, I agree with you, yo. But why you still online? You good? Yeah. Another dude channel all your information on it. He got a video of you. If somebody has a video of me on their channel and they have my name, first off, I had 3 other different pages. And if that person has my same name, they can't have my same name because we all have a different user name. So I'm like, what are you talking about? So how is somebody else, how am I gonna look like what? Like, who man is this? Come get y'all man. Dude is weird. Dude is weird. First off, this is my channel. This has been my channel. And you supposed to be OG. OG of what? Who are you an OG to? And you get in the comments like, okay, you getting in the comments, and let's see this. You getting in the comments and you're advocating for a person you say, quote unquote, that I'm being. So how can I look exactly like that person? Like, dude, go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. It's a video when you was younger. First off, my mother don't even got younger pictures of me. That's how I know you're lying. That's how I know you're lying. That's how I know you're lying. I didn't even take photos in school. Only person that has a photo of me in school is 2 people. And I know those people. It's a prom picture and a picture I took with the homies. Matter of fact, no, it's the 3rd photo because I took a picture with a girl that I was supposed to go to prom with. 3 photos. Other than that, like, yeah, yeah. Nah, I'm showing y'all something. I'm showing y'all something, and I want y'all to know this. They say when you don't have to expose people. I want people to understand something. When people accuse you of something, sometimes you must say something. Because if you don't say something, then that makes it okay for them to do this to somebody else. Now, this is me exposing a person in the comments as a liar. Your mama say you. Now, listen, G. My mother has done nothing to you, so I'm gonna forgive you for that. But the next time you speak of my mother, we gonna have an issue. Believe that. So with that being said, um, when it comes to dealing with people like this, you expose them as a liar. Two, you expose them as a fraud. Three, you expose them with actual factuals. Four, because how mental some people is, they believe the nonsense. Like, if you think joking about another man's mother is funny and you call yourself an OG and you think you older than me, you see what I'm saying? Just like when people try to accuse Jesus and he showed people right in front of everybody that these people were frauds, they were liars. He wasn't trying to be mean. He was just showing them like who I am and who you are not. So people will realize, you know what I'm saying, who a person is. And y'all think that's trolling? Trolling is when you make jokes. You don't joke about somebody's mother. You don't joke about somebody's like a charge talking about SA. Like, that's not funny. That's not funny. I don't know nobody who would laugh at nothing like that. I don't know nobody who would remotely say something out of their mouths as a man or a woman to joke about something like that. That's not even funny. And if you was in person, I'd beat you up. Just off rip. Like, you could laugh all you want to, but as soon as I saw you, I'd beat you up. Just because you thought that was funny. That's not funny. There's women who's going through this type of stuff. There's girls who's going through this. Oh, bro, he just trolling. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Like me, I know how to joke. Oh, you use your calendar as a scratch and sniff. That's funny. But these people, like, you see this guy? Like, you think that's funny? Bro, I'd really beat you up and it wouldn't be no contest. I wouldn't break a sweat. Like, I can really scrap. I had to survive all the time just off these alone. So, and they'll sit there and laugh and stuff like that and they'll wonder why they got so much bad luck. This is me telling you, when you see that you have bad luck, that's because of the stuff that you do, man. That's because everything you spewing out of your mouth is coming back to you. And don't say I didn't tell you. Because when all those jokes come to fruition in your life, what you speak comes into existence in your life, not in mine. So the things you joking about gets people hurt, and then you gonna feel some type of way. Don't forget I told you this. Don't forget I told you this. Like, listen, bro, I wrestled all that. You won't win. It's no way you're gonna win. It's no way you're gonna win. I'ma just keep it a bean. I'm not even gonna hurt your feelings, brother. It's nothing you can do with me. Not nothing. That's why you chose to get in the comments and troll instead of inbox me and drop your location. That's why you chose to do that. So with that being said, I'm off that. Uh, a person like this, like, God forbid, but when all of that you've been spewing out comes back to you, you'll know why. You'll know why. Because the things that you think funny, I don't take it funny. You troll somewhere else. If you think that's what trolling is, that's not trolling. Trolling is just talking ish. That's what trolling is. but you accusing people of like crimes and things like that, you think that's funny? Well, what happens when you get locked up and someone accuses you of something like that? You gonna think it's funny then? Because they not gonna laugh. But I'm telling you before it happens what's about to happen. Because that's what you put out there. The same things you put out is the same things you get back. Just like with Pooh Shiesty's situation, he put that out there and that's the same energy he got back. Gucci put out all that energy, that's the same energy he got back. It just comes full circle. So me personally, all I can say is, God bless you. That's all I can say to you. Cause if I seen you in person, bro, it wouldn't be nothing nice. I ain't gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna say nothing to you. Nothing. That's how I always been. I'm not about to be jibber jabbing. Oh, you said this about me? No, I'm not about to do none of that with you. Because you think certain things is funny, and nature teaches you this ain't funny. That's what nature does. Oh, you think this is funny? Oh, you think this is funny? Well, let's see how funny it is when it happens to you. Let's see how funny it is. The world only gives you back what you put out in it. So, with that being said, I want y'all to always remember this. It's nothing soft about me. It's nothing, oh well, cause I know what the Bible be saying. Oh, that I was always, in the Bible. Bro, I was in the streets before I got into a Bible. Don't ever forget that. I'm not worried about you yapping and stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. The problem is I'm worried about your soul. I'm worried about your life, your safety. Cause the stuff that you doing, bro, you going down a path that's about to like hey, don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Uh don't say I didn't tell you. But me being serious, um, it was I met somebody that was like this. They not here no more. They not alive no more. God rest their soul. I knew somebody that was just like you. And no matter how much you tell a person, now it says if I don't warn, it say in the Bible, right? If you don't warn somebody of their ways, if you don't warn them, then their blood, I will require at your hand. So if you don't warn somebody of their wickedness, then you are in trouble. That's what it say. So I've already warned you. They say, bro, it's just trolling. The things y'all think is funny, street guys don't take funny. This the type of guy people will see, and when they find out the type of stuff that he's doing, they'll beat him up. And it's like, why you gotta go through that just for you to start using your head? Like, and they'll put like emojis and stuff like that, laughing emojis. Yeah, he laughing now, but later on he comes back and dang, he was right. And I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I already told you. I already told you. That's just like you try to warn somebody, hey, stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing this. If they don't hear you, then God's like, if they don't hear you, then shoes, let them go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Let them go ahead. One thing I don't play, don't lie on me. Don't lie on me. I beat you up. Straight up. Don't lie on me. You'll get the best fight you ever had in your life. Don't do that. Don't make me your enemy. Cause I'll find out who you are. Like, that's the type of person I am. I'll find out who you are. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. When somebody like that's just the thing. Usually I don't address certain situations, but certain situations you got to address. You have to address them because the accusations that the devil pulls out, He pulls them out in people. He pulls them out in people, and you have to address those. That's why certain things Jesus didn't speak on, but when they accused him, he spoke up. Why did Jesus speak up? Because there's certain times where you can't just be silent. You can't be silent. You have to speak up. And that'll be speaking up for the rest of the people to understand, like, what's tolerable and what's not tolerable, because people, they'll end up in harm's way because they think this is funny, they think this is cool, they think that, like, you know, for and this is my main problem with this. For you to be a black man to play with something like that, you ain't a brother no more. You're not a brother no more. For our people to have gone through the things they gone through and slavery and stuff like that, for you to play with certain stuff like that and to try to put false claims on another brother, I gotta say you Judas. That's what I'm gonna call you. Judas. Judas is in the building, y'all. I don't have no hate or shade towards you. But for you to do something like that, for you to think that was even funny, only a snake would do something like that. You the worst kind of brother. You not a brother no more. Your brother past is revoked. You not a brother no more. Like, you gotta earn being a brother again. Just straight like that. Yes, I'm taking your flag. Straight up. I'm taking your flag. And if anybody asks about you, oh, his flag got took. Why this flag got took? Because he made a claim on another black man and didn't have no proof, none of that, and he called it trolling. They was like, and any homie in the hood would be like, why would you think that was funny? Like, you could have cracked jokes on me. Like, I would have been fine with that. You got a big head, you whatever, you got a Hitler mustache. I done heard it all. Like, why you cut your eyebrows? Your forehead probably big. Like, those are jokes. That's trolling. You look like Fetty Wap or Future, whatever jokes they got. That would have been trolling. What you doing, you deserve whatever you get, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. You deserve whatever you get, and I won't feel sorry for you. I won't. I won't. Honestly, I won't. I hope that nothing happens to you. Why? Because I'd rather get to you first. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd rather nobody hurt you. I'd rather I get to you and I'll at least spare you. I'll at least spare you. Because I don't want nothing bad to happen to any brothers or sisters or whatever race y'all are. I would never want nothing bad to happen to y'all. But by you being like disrespectful, you said something about my mother. My mother has done nothing to you. You said some claims that you can't prove. And I'm just like, brother, yeah, yeah, you deserve whatever happens to you. No lie. You the worst kind of brother, for real. You the type to be on a plantation with the brothers and you not a brother. And that's sad. I'm really hurt because it's another black man that's doing this. Like, you a black man doing this. Like, they like, oh, he got you out your skin, he got you out your character. Nah, actually, if I was mad, I wouldn't have said nothing. That's when I'm really mad. When people out of love, I try to correct people. That's when I'm speaking. But when I feel some type of way, I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm gonna see you. So just take this as a warning. That's all I say. Just take it as a warning, G. So with that being said, man, um, just like I said, I when I first got on here, I wouldn't accuse Gucci of doing nothing I didn't see. I stand by my principles. And I basically said, y'all could call it what y'all want to call it. That's what I said. That's what I said. And I broke down what a snitch is, what a rat is, what a tattletale is. You know, I said y'all could say he was telling, but he can't be a rat. He can't be a rat because he didn't tell on anybody innocent. He can't be a snitch because he didn't agree to do nothing with these people and then rolled over on them. These people backdoored him. So y'all could say he telling by him being in the streets. I don't know if he's in the streets anymore. At his age, why would you want to be in the streets? But anyway, I can't say telling, but if y'all said he was telling because he's in the streets and he just didn't leave it in the streets, I said y'all could say he was telling, uh, whatever, but y'all can't call him a rat. You can't call him a snitch. Uh, a rat is for somebody just like a diabolical person. When a person, just like when dude tried to, I guess he thought he was trolling to accuse somebody of a heinous crime. That's a rat. That's what a rat is. That's a person, not somebody, oh, they spewing somebody's personal business because I ain't guilty of this. But that's a person that's basically accusing a person of something they didn't do. That's a rat. I've done nothing to this person. And this person tries to uh, think that it's funny to accuse somebody of something that they didn't do, that they didn't see them do, they didn't hear them do, they didn't, you know what I'm saying? That's a rat. Like when you see a rat, it's like you, what you want to do if you see a rat? You want to get the traps out to take it out. Like, I'm going to just say that because certain words I don't want to say on my live stream. So that's why I say when dealing with certain people that's like that, shoes, you don't even feel sorry for people like that. You just be like, oh, well, that's what they brought on themselves. And it's sad because when these type of people pass on, people rejoice. People are so happy that these types of people then passed away. When the wicked passes, people rejoice. People are so happy. People but when the righteous pass away, people mourn, people cry, people are sad. They'll never see this person again. But I gotta keep it real. I'm not about to curse you out. I'm not about to do none of that. Oh, I'm about to pull up on you. I ain't about to do none of that. I say, if it's that, I'ma see you about it. That's all I'ma say. If it's that, I'ma see you about it. And other than that, I ain't got nothing bad to say about you, brother. But that, you don't do that. That's not a joke. You don't call somebody something that you don't have proof of. Because people get their lives taken because of that very reason. Because they think that's something to play with. You don't do that, man. You don't do that. That's why I always, whenever, if y'all notice on any of my lives, I always say, allegedly. Allegedly. This is what's going on, yada, 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 boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. So with that being said, man, y'all put down in the comments, man, what y'all think. We talked about a lot of different subjects. I try to keep it to the same subject, but I had to check a person. Because, I'm a man first. I'm a man first. Certain stuff I'm cool with. Certain stuff I'm like, I'm not gonna block you, nothing. I'm not gonna block you, none of that. Cause I'm a man first. I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not hiding from nobody. Like, that's weird. I'm a man first. you know, and I'd rather lead with integrity, but certain stuff men just don't tolerate. Men don't tolerate from other men. Certain stuff women don't tolerate from other women. That's just human logic. You know what I'm saying? Um, a woman in the Bible, leave y'all with this. A woman in the Bible accused Joseph of something, knowing Joseph didn't do this. What happened to that person? We don't know. Uh, I don't think that person went to heaven. Uh, Joseph, he uh, he became even bigger. He became even bigger, and the sad part is that same person that's doing all of this gotta watch you rise, gotta watch you come up, and then they look at themselves and wonder why they going backwards and stuff like this. And I'm like, this is what you've done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not hurting me. It actually disappoints me. I'm disappointed in you. But anyway, I gotta get ready for work and all that. Um, you know what a man do. Hard labor. What a man do. Um, yeah, man. Certain people you gotta check them. Certain people you gotta check them off rip. You can't let it go. You can't be letting them. Oh man, that's cool. That's whatever, whatever, whatever. No, check them right on the spot because people feel comfortable trying to play with you like that. That's not funny. That's not funny. You'll get beat up. Legend, subscribe.